students, welcome. Today we will discuss very important concept in the theory of computation, which is Moore machine. And students, if we have already covered what is Mealy machine, and if you have not watched my previous video, I recommend you to watch them, because these all concepts are very interrelated with each other. So if you get the clear idea about one concept, then definitely you can easily understand the another one. So first one is the Moore machine. Moore machine is representing with the 6 tuples. So we are having 6 tuples: Q, sigma, delta, delta, lambda and Q naught. So where Q is the finite set of all the states. So all the set of finite set of all the states are coming under this capital Q. Next is sigma. Sigma is the finite set of the input alphabets. So all the input alphabets, the finite set of all the input alphabets are coming under this sigma. Next is delta. This delta is the finite set of the output alphabets. So it is containing all the output alphabets, and it is a finite set. Next is this delta. We know this delta is the transition function. So this is a transition function which maps that Q cross sigma tends to Q. It means Cartesian product of the Q and the sigma. It means Cartesian product, all the possible combinations of the Q and the sigma, and the Q and sigma will lead to the one of the member or one of the possible combination of this Q. It means one member from the Q and one member from this sigma. It means one member from the states and one member from this input alphabets, and it will lead to the one member of the state. So this is the transition function. Next is the lambda. Lambda here is the output function, and it is mapping that Q into delta. It means on some particular state we lead to some output alphabet. So this is showing the output function. In this, the output alphabet is totally dependent on the present state. While in the case of Mealy machine, we have seen that Q cross sigma tends to delta. It means output is depending upon the two things: present state and the present input. But in this case, the output is dependent only on the present state. This is the basic difference, and this is the main difference between the Mealy and the Moore machine. That in the case of Moore machine, the output alphabet is totally dependent on the present state, but in the case of Mealy machine, the output depend upon the two things: present state and the present input. Next we are representing, this is the Q naught. Q naught is initial state, and it is also belonging to this capital Q. Next is Z of t is equals to lambda qt. Here the output of the machine Z of t, I am representing the output of machine. So it is totally dependent upon the lambda. Here is showing the output function. So output function, it only depend upon that one thing, that is the present state. So whatever will be my present state, so on the basis of the present state, the output is decided of that machine. Next, there is an example. Here I am having the present states Q naught, Q1, Q2, Q3. These are my present states, and this is the initial state. Next state I am having on, these are the inputs alphabets 0 and 1. These are the input alphabets 0, 1. So on Q naught on 0, it goes to Q2, Q naught on 1, it goes to Q naught, and Q naught on this output alphabet. So Q naught will lead to this lambda or this output alphabet. So Q naught will produces this 0. But in case of the Mealy machine, we have seen that for the particular output, it depend upon the two things: the present state as well as the present input. But in this case, we have seen that the output is totally dependent upon the one thing, that is the present state. It doesn't depend upon the what my present input, irrespective of the inputs. Only dependent of this dependency of this output function on the one thing, that is this present state. So Q naught, lambda of this Q naught will be 0, lambda of this Q1 is 1, lambda of this Q2 is 1, lambda of Q3 is 0. It doesn't depend upon what is my present input symbol, 0 or 1. So totally dependency of this output function on the present state. Next you can see Q naught on 0 input, it goes to Q2, Q naught on 1, it goes to Q1, Q1 on 0, it goes to Q3, Q1 on 1, it goes to Q2. So as it is, you can write for the Q2 and Q3. Next is for the Moore machine. Moore machine, we are having this capital Q. Capital Q is here Q naught, Q1, Q2 and Q3. These all are the states. Next is the sigma. Sigma is the input alphabet, which is 0 and 1. Next is delta, which is output alphabet. It also depend upon two things, that 0 and 1. So output alphabet value may be 0 or 1. Next, the transition function Q naught on 0, it goes to Q2, Q naught on 1, it goes to Q1. Q0. In the same way you can write for Q1 on 0 it goes to the Q3, and Q1 on 1 it goes to Q2. In the same way you can write for Q2 and Q3. For what will be this lambda? This lambda is showing the output function. So output function of the Q0. So lambda of this Q0 will leads to the 0. It means on input symbol on state Q0 my output function will be 0. So lambda of this Q1, output function on the Q1 will be 1. Output function of this Q2 is 1. Output function of Q3 is 0. So it means the output is totally dependent upon the present state. This is my output and this is the output function. So this is the basic concept of this Moore machine, and I hope the concept will be clear to you. Thank you students. If you like my video, please like, share, subscribe my channel, and if you have any query you can ask in the comment section. Thank you.